Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis and released in 1985, is more than just a classic sci-fi film. It's a cinematic masterpiece filled with clever storytelling, intricate details, and hidden Easter eggs that many viewers might miss on their first watch. This deep dive into the movie uncovers the subtle elements and layered nuances that make it a film worth revisiting time and again.
Hey, I've seen this one.
What do you mean you've seen this? It's brand new.
From the very beginning, Back to the Future is packed with subtle foreshadowing that hints at future plot points. One of the most memorable examples is the transformation of the Twin Pines Mall into the Lone Pine Mall. Early in the movie, Marty McFly and Doc Brown meet at the Twin Pines Mall, but when Marty travels back to 1955, he accidentally runs over one of the pine trees on Old Man Peabody's farm. When he returns to 1985, the mall's name has changed to Lone Pine Mall, reflecting the impact of his actions in the past. Another example is Marty's fear of rejection, which he expresses early in the film when he worries that he might not be able to handle it if his music is turned down. This fear mirrors his father's, George McFly's, initial timidity and lack of confidence. Marty's later encouragement of George to stand up to Biff Tannen becomes a pivotal moment in the film, illustrating how both characters overcome their fears. Costumes and props in Back to the Future aren't just for show. They carry significant symbolic weight. Marty's orange vest, for instance, is often mistaken for a life preserver by characters in 1955. This isn't just a recurring gag but a subtle nod to the idea of time travel as navigating uncharted waters, with Marty essentially trying to stay afloat in a different era. Doc Brown's wardrobe in 1955 is another example of symbolism at work. His shirt features designs of trains and cowboys, which foreshadows the train-focus plot in Back to the Future Part 3. This attention to detail highlights the film's intricate planning and the way it plants seeds for future developments. The set design in Back to the Future is filled with small details that enrich the story. One of the most iconic examples is the Hill Valley Clock Tower. When lightning strikes the clock tower in 1955, it stops at 10:04 p.m. This moment is foreshadowed in the opening sequence of the film, where all the clocks in Doc's lab show the exact same time, hinting at the climactic event that will later occur. Another detail that reflects the film's depth is Goldie Wilson's rise from a busboy in 1955 to the mayor of Hill Valley in 1985. When Marty meets Goldie in the past, he encourages him to think about becoming mayor. This moment not only influences Goldie's future, but also shows how Marty's actions have a lasting impact across timelines. Back to the Future is rich with recurring themes and motifs that tie its narrative together. George McFly's famous line, "You're my density, destiny," is more than just an awkward slip-up. It reflects the film's broader exploration of destiny and the interconnectedness of the characters' actions across different timelines. Another recurring theme is the idea of cultural influence and time loops. This is vividly illustrated in the scene where Marty plays Johnny B. Good at the 1955 dance. Marvin Berry, the lead singer, calls his cousin Chuck Berry to tell him about this new sound, suggesting that Marty may have indirectly inspired Chuck Berry's creation of rock and roll. This playful twist on the concept of inspiration adds a layer of depth to the film's narrative. The film uses thematic parallels and inversions to explore the differences between 1955 and 1985. For example, the Texaco gas station in 1955 is a full-service station with attendants, while in 1985 it's a self-service station, reflecting societal changes and the increasing automation of everyday life. Biff Tannen's behavior also serves as a thematic parallel across timelines. In 1955, Biff bullies George McFly, but after Marty's intervention, the power dynamics shift. By 1985, in the altered timeline, George stands tall and confident, while Biff has become subservient. This shift highlights the film's exploration of how individual actions can reshape the future. Character development in Back to the Future is often conveyed through subtle visual cues. George McFly's transformation from a timid, subservient character to a confident, successful author is one such example. At the beginning of the film, George hunches and avoids eye contact, embodying his lack of self-esteem. In the new 1985 timeline, however, George stands tall and exudes confidence, visually representing his growth as a character. Doc Brown's paranoia about hearing anything about his future also reflects his deep understanding of the dangers of time travel. His refusal to learn about his future underscores the film's theme of the unpredictable consequences of altering the past.